morning, all our children out in Lake Havasu City. So we've got a new program, Cooking with Dutch Chocolate. I hope you've enjoyed the other programs and tried out some of the recipes. But today, Cooking with Dutch Chocolate is going to make and Miss Donna, of course, is going to make a ice cream cake. Very simple, about 5 ingredients, and that we're gonna get started on that in just a minute. But first I wanted you to have a chance to see how much Dutch has grown and what he's learning, okay? First of all, Dutch, can you come? Dutch, can you sit? Dutch, can you shake? Can you shake? Okay, good boy, Dutch. Remember, we use the little hot dogs for treats. Dutch, can you sit up? Good boy, Dutch. Now this is one of Dutch's balls, and we're trying to teach him how to fetch. So let's just see how he does today, okay? Dutch, your ball. Can you go get it? Go get that ball. Dutch, bring it back. Bring it, fetch it. Oh, bring it here, Dutch. Bring it here, bring it. Oh, what a good boy. Oh, what a good boy. All right, we're gonna go in the kitchen and we're gonna get started on our ice cream cake while Dutch takes a nap. See you soon. Good morning, everyone. We're back. Dutch chocolate has been put down for a nap, and we're gonna go ahead and make that ice cream cake that we told you about. But right now, I wanna show you our ingredients. So you're gonna need some type of ice cream, just a small container about this size. I personally like Rocky Road, so I grabbed Rocky Road. You're also gonna need a bread pan about this size, because you want your cake to be high. So you want a pan with high sides, and we're gonna have the ingredients to use this size of bread pan. Okay? Here we've got hot fudge sauce. You're gonna need a jar of hot fudge sauce. You're gonna need any kind of chocolate cookies. They can be Oreo or they can be any kind at all. And you're gonna need a big baggie to go with that, and I'll show you why later. And then you're also gonna need cling wrap, okay, the plastic cling wrap. You're gonna need some ice cream sandwiches, and I got these on sale at Smith's, so they came in the big volume pack, but you're gonna need 5 ice cream sandwiches for this recipe. And to top everything off, your ice cream cake off, you're gonna go ahead and need to get some whipped cream. All right, let's get started on our ice cream cake. Okay, now the most important thing in this recipe is you must line this pan with this plastic wrap. And you can use cling wrap, plastic wrap, and the hardest part about using cling wrap, of course, is that it wants to stick to itself, so sometimes it's a little difficult. And you really gotta push it in there. You gotta completely push it in there so that your cake is gonna mold the end of that cling wrap, and then you are going to have like a squared top of your cake. If you don't mold it in there, then you're gonna have a rounded cake. So you wanna go both ways, and here we go. And you wanna it wants to stick to that other cling wrap. So kinda pick it up, get it in there, push it all down in there, have your edges be out so that you can then get your ice cream cake out. That's what happens is we're gonna freeze this, and in order to get it to come out, you'll have to be able to pull it out with your plastic. Okay? All right, now our next step, get that out of the way. We let the ice cream soften for a little bit. Oh, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes. Let it soften. And then we're going to put about 1 inch to 1.5 inches ice cream at the bottom of this pan, and we're gonna smooth it all out so it's nice and smooth. So by letting the ice cream soften, it makes it a lot easier to spread this ice cream out. So I think right now, that's probably gonna give me about 1 inch to 1.5 inches at the bottom. And then you just squish it down in the pan, mold it and squish it down. Okay, I guess I need a little more. Here we go. So I am making it all nice and even at the bottom. So I'll show you. You just take it, mush it. Okay. And I did this recipe once before, and it is so good. You can imagine you know, on a hot day, and it's supposed to be really warming up here in Havasu. A nice ice cream cake for the family when they come home. I think I need a little bit more in that spot right there. But a beautiful ice cream cake for your family at home. Now remember, I did wash my hands really well, up my arms like I told you, and because you will be touching items in this recipe. So the next thing we do is we get out some ice cream sandwiches. And we are going to open these ice cream sandwiches, and they are going to go into our ice cream cake. Now the recipe said that the ice cream sandwiches would fit. Uh-oh. Sorry, I'm back. But the recipe said, oh, the ice cream sandwiches will fit in your bread pan. However, I found that my ice cream sandwiches didn't fit, and I wanted my cake to look nice. I wanted the different layers to show once we got it all done and took it out of the plastic and put it on a plate for my family. So I did cut off just a little, and so I took it like this, and I cut off about a ½ inch, and then they fit just perfectly. So you take them and you cut off that ½ inch and you push them down in there nice and tight. One of the best parts about cutting off a ½ inch was that they were little bites for me. I got to taste as I went. Okay, so we're going to be able to fit one more in there, and that's this one. So you're looking at 4 ice cream sandwiches cut off about a ½ inch so they fit so perfectly into your pan, and then you squish it down. Squish them down like that. Just push them down hard onto that ice cream, okay? Make sure your hands are nice and clean because you're touching the food. Then what we do next is we take, you know what? I've got one more jar that's already been opened. And you take the hot fudge, and using a spoon, you're going to pour hot fudge. See, I already opened this one. I heated it in the microwave. If you're not allowed to use the microwave, then just warm up with some hot water in a bowl and put your hot fudge in the jar in the hot water, and it'll soften your hot fudge so that you can get it out. Hot fudge tends to be a real thick, so then I spoon the hot fudge on. Okay, just like that. Spoon that hot fudge on. Oh, that's going to be so good. This is a lot of chocolate. Hope you're a chocolate lover. Now you can make it with vanilla ice cream if you don't want so much chocolate. You don't have to use, so you use about a jar of hot fudge. Okay, always have your paper towels to be able to wipe your hands. That's not a paper towel, but let me get one. Remember, I said I always keep my paper towels in my pocket, and I forgot to get one today. All right, so we're going to set this aside, and we're going to set our ice cream aside and our hot fudge. We're going to need a little room here. So next, we are going to do, I kind of think this is fun. We take about, 8 cookies. Okay, so we're back to starting with our 8. Got 8 cookies. You put them in a baggie. And we are going to, this is fun. If you want, you could probably let your little brother or sister do this for you. They can be off somewhere at the other part of the counter. Put them in a baggie. Then we're going to crush them. Mush them, crush them. If you have a rolling pin, your mom has a rolling pin, I like to roll over them. That way with the rolling pin, And that is a great way to break up your cookies, okay? So we want to get it all nice and crumbly in little pieces. We're going to just shake those down, get them all off the sides, a little more, shake them down. Then we're going to spread them on top of our hot fudge, okay? So now we've got ice cream at the bottom, about an inch of ice cream, inch and a half. Then we've got ice cream sandwiches in there. Then we put our hot fudge. And now we're going to sprinkle the top with these chunks of cookie. Just get it all evenly as you can across this hot fudge. Okay? There's that. Now we are going to spread a little bit more. That's why we left our ice cream out. Put a little more ice cream on top. I want it to be soft so you can spread it. Because we're going to stick this, when it's all said and done, we're sticking this back in the freezer and it'll get nice and hard again. And you want to give it, if you're having this for dessert for dinner, you want to make it at about 1 o'clock, at least by 1. So you can stick it back in the freezer for about 3 hours, 3-4 hours, so it can get good and cold again, okay? What's this? Get that ice cream out of there. This looks so good. So I was wondering if anyone tried any of our recipes yet, if any of you kids did. We'd love to hear from you and hear how they turned out. If your family enjoyed them, who ate them, who did you share them with, things like that. I imagine it'd be fun if we had a baking contest, or maybe you could send me some of your own no-bake recipes. They have to be recipes, of course, that we don't use the stove or we don't use the oven, because it's got to be a recipe that, say, a 5 or 6 year old child could even make for their moms and dads to make it fun. So we're going to spread this out, one more little dollop, and I think we're good. And I am going to use this little pie utensil because I can get in the corners with that. And that very special. Boy, that looks good. Can't wait to taste this one. So far, everything's been really good. All right, so there we have it. And we're gonna put it in the freezer for 4 hours, come back, pull it out, and then we'll show you the finished product. Can't wait to taste this one. See you in a bit. Okay, now it's been 4 hours for our ice cream cake, and we're back. We pulled it out of the freezer, and this is why that plastic paper has been so important. We now peel that plastic paper back so you can get a hold of it. Make sure you have your paper towel because your hands might get a little dirty. And then we're going to lift it right out of there, and we're going to flip it over onto a pan. Make sure you have like a cookie sheet. Cookie sheet works best. Something that you can, and you just pull that plastic paper right off. Comes off so nice, all right? Now, the recipe tells us that we want to crush up a few more cookies. So I put about 5 more. We won't need 8 this time. So all total, you're looking at, you need about 8 for the first, for the middle of the ice cream cake, and then you want about 5 to put on the top of the ice cream cake, okay? And this part kind of looks fun. This is my favorite part when you use whipped cream. Love to use whipped cream, especially out of the can. You can even take your hands and mush your cookies up to break them up. If you're strong enough, got big muscles. Okay, so we're gonna also Let's do this. Let's open our whipped cream. So we spray the top, cover the top, I should say, with whipped cream. There we go. Then we're going to sprinkle that whipped cream with the extra cookie crumbs. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you, you could be having a birthday or your parents' anniversary or graduation celebration. Even if you don't get to do the ceremony, you can make this beautiful cake. Or you could just make it for dessert tonight after dinner and enjoy. So we're gonna give this a try here. Cut this cake. I'm gonna probably need a plate and a fork. Here we go. Work it nice and easy, because that is one frozen. All right, and then I'm gonna show you what the layers are gonna look like. Look at that. How's that look? Oh, does that look yummy or what? We're gonna go ahead and get a plate and a fork, and we're gonna try this later because I guarantee it's gonna be scrumptious. We're signing out. We'll be right back with Dutch so that we can say goodbye and let you know what our next recipe is gonna be. All right, I wanna thank you, and so does Dutch. We wanna thank you for watching our ice cream cake show. Hope you enjoy it. Dutch wants to say goodbye. Dutch, can you say goodbye? Can you say goodbye, Dutch? Bye. We'll see you at the next cooking show. We're gonna make some dog treats at our next show. So be sure and tune in. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.